So if you're a South African hip-hop fan, we all have the same question, and that is, why hasn't MTV Base dropped their annual list? I mean, after South African hip-hop had such a great year in 2024, I think we did better than Amapiano. Am I lying? But anyway, we were all anticipating who was going to be the number one, you know, predicting our top 5, predicting the top 10, and it just didn't happen. And we wonder why. I can't even answer that question, but I am going to try to be as fair as possible and try and compile a list for you guys. And I know I have favorites, right? It's not a secret. You guys may know my favorite. It's okay. But I'm going to try to be as fair as possible and judge this thing off what these rappers did in 2024. So sit back, buckle up, and here is Brando's top 10 MCs of 2024. You know, individually, these guys did the most. You know, La Cabra, he had his run. Lo-Fi, he had his run. Blue Bobby, he had his run. Sasti, he also had his run. You know, like, they just all did the most, right? But if we were to put them individually and just pick one out of the Dwellers, then I would have to say La Cabra. But that's kind of unfair. So the Dwellers, and these guys have amassed over 252,000 monthly listeners.
The Dwellers are literally collabing with everyone. It's been a while since I've seen something like that. You get me? So there's also that they've got, what is this, brand partnerships. They just dropped one with SABC, right? Mm-hmm. They did the one with the shoe.
Omega. Yeah, the Omega.
That
also
shoe.
the Jaeger joint.
Yeah, the
Omega,
shoe.
Omega, yeah.
They did Sunlight.
What were they doing with Puma? Or was that just
it was just
no,
love?
It was just,
okay.
yeah.
Even
like,
legends, yeah, even legends.
Like legends. Like, there's a lot that they did. They had merch out. They had sold out shows. Not 1, 2, or 3. I think it was 3.
I think it's 3, yeah. 2 in
Sold
Joburg,
out.
1 in Durban, yeah.
Packed. Like, how can you come into the game and then you have us Java on your lineup, Ganjalo, Mahala?
So I'm guessing the Dwellers have now become national artists. We don't know. I'm guessing. You know, you guys will let me know in the comments if the Dwellers are national artists yet or not. And man, they feature runs crazy. They own individual projects crazy. They did numbers on their own without needing the rest of the group. So 2024, number 10, the Dwellers, I think they did the most. And yeah, man, we can't take away anything from the new Boys and Bucks. That's how I see it. I think that's the new Boys and Bucks. That's the new age Boys and Bucks. So shout out to the Dwellers, and I think well deserved. A-Reece didn't have his best year, but he did have a great year. I mean, he dropped KTK, which already went platinum, and A-Reece was more active this year. You know, I feel like he was more active this year. He was, by active, I mean he was, you know, we were seeing him more on the Things Creative corner posts, like A-Reece met with Baby Days, and you know, he was connecting with these people. I mean, KTK has a feature from Blue Bobby, a member who are from the Dwellers, who are actually my number 10.
The first time I met the boy, it was last year. I think they were having like a Hennessy podcast, like when like celebrating 100 years of hip hop, something like that. Yeah, they had that podcast thing. I was there with Uncle Party Time. We were like, it was like a backstage situation, like I bought like a room, bro, like there were like big names. I wasn't even shit at that time, bro. Like I was still a youngin'. I think
I remember the picture you posted on IG.
Yeah, I posted that shit on IG.
I remember that shit.
I was still a youngin', bro. I just had Oh No. We didn't even have Dangerous at the time, I think. Like,
shit, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was very early in the year. Maybe he probably had Oh No because he's a tapped in bro. But like I didn't expect him to know me at the time also. Like I met him, I greeted him, like we had a conversation about his music.
Energies basically.
Yeah, like energies. Like we had like a longest conversation. Like
Hey, bro, they pushed me up there actually. That was help my nigga. The best.
KTK may have not been my favorite. Like, you know, a lot of you guys know. But KTK is dope. I mean, I'm going to say it, yes, it's dope. I just feel like I just expect a lot from Aries. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Aries is still gonna show us who he is. You know, he's just only becoming an OG now. They're only hitting 10 years now. So he will eventually show us and actually show who he is. He's already shown us, but I think let's give Aries time. Let's give Nasty time. Let's give everyone time. And let's just let them be. He dropped an EP, See You Soon, came out with a deluxe, fire, some hit songs on there. I mean, we had, Job Talk, I think I'm pronouncing it right, with Kill Brady. We just had a lot of bangers on that thing. We had Amazon, it was just a fire project, right? And when it dropped, it did the most. You know, he went high on the charts. His streaming is always crazy.
Yes, sir. Hold on. Yeah, we on the Instagram live right now. See You Soon EP #1 in the motherfucking country and 2 others. My damn trophy right here, nigga. You know the fuck we rocking, boy.
But why Blackie is making it to the number 8 is that I think, one, his feature run, crazy, right? This year, his feature run was also crazy. I mean, he was touring with us in America. He met J. Cole when J. Cole apologized.
I was also at how can I forget this? I was at the Greenville show.
The one where J. Cole apologized.
Yeah, I was there. And I was telling my DJ that, like, yo, he's about to apologize.
You knew he was about to apologize?
Yeah.
He just had a great year. I mean, internationally as well. He had the Sprite deal recently where his face is on the Sprite. I mean, you'd stream a Blackie song on YouTube, right? And then his ad plays. So before Blackie, you see Blackie. That's how much this guy did in 2024. So Def Jam thing is going well for him. Everything is just, it's looking nice for Blackie. You know, it's really looking nice for Blackie. All I ask from Blackie is that, please, bro, please unblock me from Instagram, please.
Matt Lero had that verse on the radar, which was clowned, but it was clowned so
Viral.
much.
Viral.
And
But
it's
who
footage
can
of
do
it.
that?
Virality.
Yeah,
Who
viral.
can...
Almost all his verses are viral.
Not only that, bro, even Maftown Height was centered around him.
He's the face of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold you.
So
He's the newborn of
Yeah,
Chris
and they
New
love him.
Taco. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's giving him the
because it's the
torch.
torch to carry on the
Yeah.
Motsako culture, bro. Like,
Yes.
Can I say this? Can I say this? I think for me, the only reason why I'd go for Madlera is that when you talk of the hottest MC, that is ultimately the face of South African hip-hop. For 2024 to even 2025, until it closes off. True.
He's just always having a great year. Again, him internationally, he did the most, you know. Was out there with the ASAP mob and doing the most, even as 12 on the Madlera tapes. And I mean, he bagged himself the knickknacks, endorsements, seeing him there on the advert, chewing the chips, the Zimba. You know what I'm saying? He's going crazy. You know, the Puma deal, he's going insane, bro. You know, Puma ke hlabileng ke 11th hour. Rona re itse Puma 11th hour. Ka se krego sports scene. What do you mean? That Puma he's talking about, you're not gonna get it at sports scene, bro. You literally gotta be an ambassador or something. You can't just get it. But anyway, he was great, man, this year, man. I mean, you gotta give it to Jera. The tape, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't quite like it, right? I got a couple of songs that I like on it, obviously, but I didn't quite, connect with it. Maybe because I didn't give it enough time, but I'm planning to give it enough time and let it, ride and actually hear it. Because the more I actually hear it, the more I'm like, okay. But I'm guessing a lot of people didn't like it and some people who like it. So let's give Clara time, but for this position, for what he did, 2024, your features going crazy. Jera, yeah, man. I don't know what else to say about my dad and his money and let's just go to our next guy. Tony Diamond. And let me explain this, right? So with Tony Diamond, I mean, he's had an amazing year. I mean, he received over 300,000 streams just in one day for his debut album. And there's only a few artists who've done that.
I remember you mentioning the EP, right?
Yeah.
I think it's the Big Boy.
Yeah.
Big Boy EP. Now that number 5, you know what I'm saying, Apple Music hip hop albums, and I think it was like number 21 on the Apple Music 200 music chart, you know what I'm saying? Now that's crazy motion. That's like you're doing 21 out of 200, you know what I'm saying?
He's doing the most, man. He's doing his thing. I think he's from Mlazi, right? Mlazi, right? I'm not sure, but let's just say Durban. They got his back. They have his back, bro. They have his back. Like, they are promoting his music. They are buying his music. They're streaming his music, whatever. They're just supporting the boy Tony. And I'm talking about even the artists from there. You know, the artists from Durban and all. I mean, Cool Cat is giving Tony a co-sign, Yana. You know, not sure where Nomfundo Moore is from, but she was also on the project. You know what I'm saying? There's big names on Tony Diamond's project, and it did the most. He has so many monthly listeners. It's not even crazy. He's a big name in the country now. You know, his EP Big Boy, I think it's called Big Boy, right? His EP went platinum. For me in SA as a rapper, if you go platinum, bro, you a household name. It's not easy. It's just not easy, guys. It's not easy as a South African rapper to go platinum. Not a lot of people go platinum. I think at some point, the highest a South African female rapper has sold was 11,000 at some point. I don't know if Nadia broke that yet or what, but I think Nomuzi had the highest selling hip hop album as a female, and it was 11,000 copies sold. Now, Muesli is huge. Muesli is a household name, I think, right? If you guys agree with me, but she's huge. DJ Zinhla's best friend. You know what I'm saying? But joking. But she's big, you know what I'm saying? She's a huge name, you know, and 11,000 for a huge name like that, for me, I feel like that's not enough. So imagine Tony pulling off numbers like that. It's crazy. Going platinum. Platinum went back to 40,000. So for him to be pulling off numbers like that for an EP flex, I'm saying flex, bro. So shout out to Tony Diamond. You had a great year, bro. And if it wasn't for the other people on this list, again, you would have been at a higher position. Shout out to you guys for actually keeping Durban alive. We got to start with 25K's project, right? I don't know how many of you guys have listened to 25K's sophomore album, but that is the right way to make a sophomore album. That is just the right way to have your second album in the game. After he had his first one, I think it was called Peli Makaveli, right? And then he just gave us The Life and Don, whatever. It's a very long name of Don Kilograms, something like that, right? I just know that his sophomore album is fire, you know? Crazy features. We got Java, we got Keenan Forbes, we got Clara, we got Magad, we got Clara and Reese on one song. He made that happen. You know, like remember back in the day when artists used to feature each other, you know, like AK would have an album, obviously, okay, let's call it Levels, right? And then there's a song called All Eyes on Me. On All Eyes on Me, it's just the whole game featuring in that song. You know what I'm saying? It's like the whole game is there. And I feel like this project took me back to that, like for a big rapper to call 2 other big rappers to come jump on a song and make a song like that. Crazy. You know, for him to be able to drag Reese and be like, Reese, pull through, drag Matera Dope Boy and be like, yo, pull through to the studio, let's cook this up. I think it's crazy. Being able to manage both those big egos, it's crazy, right? So shout out to 25K, man. Also keeping that Keenan verse in that. Shout out, bro. He has a song with Nay on there. All around, it's a great project, man. I don't even know what else to say about Kilo. I mean, in like a week, he had already surpassed 2 million streams. He's doing great. Kilo's doing good. You know, he's doing good. On to Pretty Ugly. Okay, wait, before I go to Pretty Ugly, right? Kilo is one of the contenders for Album of the Year, SA Hip Hop. Okay. Pretty Ugly. Now, he won the summer. He won the summer for Best Hip Hop Album. That gotta be something, right? And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, but he's supposed to be on number 1. Nah. I think Pretty Ugly dropping Dust in January also worked to his advantage. You know, him dropping Dust early in the year, it worked to his advantage because now, when you get nominated, you're going to get nominated with the people from the previous year. You know, and the previous year, we only had I Love It Here. What else did we have there? Yeah, we had I Love It Here, and I Love It Here did the most, but not like Dust. You know, and again, I Love It Here did the most the previous year, and then Dust did the most, like, the singles did the most the previous year, and then it carried on to the next year, and you know, that impact is just carried. So obviously we'd remember Dust, we'd remember Njaka, we'd remember all of these songs, these singles and all of that. So I think that worked to his advantage. But if Pretty Ugly had dropped this album around October or September, like after KTK, I don't think he would have really like cemented the summer for next. Not in a bad way. Like, I fucks with Pretty Ugly. I'm from the East. He's my goat, you know? But I just think him dropping early on the year worked to his advantage as well. That's why I'm putting him at number 5. It's like, yeah, you got the summer. Yeah, your album keeps streaming mad numbers, bro. Like, you're doing madness. And I'm glad people are finally giving you your recognition. Finally being that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad. I just feel like it... And there's nothing wrong with the album. It's a great album, right? But I just think him dropping in Jan it worked for him. You know, so heads, I'm putting him at number 5 with on Kilograms. And yeah, man, they had a great year. You know, they just have to share the number 5 spot. But yeah, let's go on to our number 4. Mr. MT, you know, with DIY 3. I think he actually is still the highest selling album of 2024, if I'm not mistaken. Or highest streamed. I think let's say highest streamed album, right? And yeah, man, he's just doing crazy numbers, 12 million streams in like a couple of days. He's going crazy, bro. You know, MT's going crazy. And that's the thing with MT. It's like, yeah, I'll do my thing on the socials. Be an idiot, go live and, you know, make you guys laugh and think, oh, and then he comes back and he drops. And then everyone just shuts up. MT is number 4, bro. He had a crazy year, you know? He'd go higher, but I think he'd have to have done more. Like maybe if MT dropped DIY 3 and then he was the one who bagged the Sprite deal, yeah, and we'd put him on a first position. But he actually did bag I don't know if it's an endorsement or a partnership with Drip Shoes, if I'm not mistaken. They had like his own version of shoes, or maybe he was advertising the shoes, I'm not sure, but he had some sort of partnership going on, and he was only rocking Drip for like most of the year in 2024. So he did do the most, actually. And he had a crazy feature run. Like if we actually think about it, Tony Diamond's project, you know what I'm saying? I didn't expect him there. DJ Slick's project, where they put him with Cass and Smama, and it's crazy, you know? So yeah, man, MT had a great year. I think number 4 is well deserved. And shout out to you, MT. Andy Nash had a great year. You know, he was stage dived. For me, I feel like that shows how much of a loyal fan base you have. If you could like stage dive, that's crazy. But anyway, let's talk about his influence to the culture. You know, he was a producer for like some time, you know, producing for other artists, most of these Lucas raps, beats, you know, it was kindly Nash. And he kind of put his sound into the game, and then he gave us his sound. So with kindly Nash, he first dropped us Ace Chief, which actually also respawned like a remix with a Gold Nasty C, you know what I'm saying? Fire. And bro, like, he just had a great year. Then followed up with Don't Bry Me. It's crazy. Y'all could actually check out my free stuff with Don't Bry Me. But anyway, he went crazy this year, you know? And I think if Kindly Nash dropped an album, maybe he would have been number one. But his influence is just crazy for 2024. We all know Don't Bry Me. We all know Ace Chief. Ooh, yeah. If it wasn't Check this year, it was Ace Chief. Literally, if it wasn't Check, it was Ace Chief. If it wasn't Uvalo, it was Don't Bry Me. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Take of the day, they say Kanye Nash makes better music than the niggas he makes beats for.
Nash doesn't produce for that many people. You know what I'm saying?
So then those niggas.
Kindly Nash, with the little that he may have done in 2024, that little he did was so massive for the culture. So massive. Thinking about the beats he produced. Yo, shout out Kindly Nash. He actually did drop a project, but it was a collab project with Baby Days and Patrick Lee. And then there's a song there called I forgot the name, but it use a big lane. I done seen a lot of okay. I don't know how many people know that. I don't know how out tapped you guys are, but yeah, Kindly Nash number 3, deserve it. Let's go to our number 2. Lonno Pounds dropped album of the year. I didn't hear an album that was executed better than Pray for Pitori this year. And he is the guy in PTA right now. Like, he is, for me, the best rapper out in PTA right now. I don't want to lie. He did say it. Reese, Tato, Kilo, Idi OG Taka. But one mistake, Pitori, yeah.
Reese, Kilo, Tato. Get on the OG tag, mara one mistake, Pitori gag.
He said it. And I told y'all. I told y'all, bro. The first he dropped on Blair tapes. We crazy. That is how you drop a debut album, bro. Like, that is how you drop us a debut album and give us an album. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. And shout out to you, bro. That is album of the year. That is the best album that came out of South African hip-hop in 2024. I think give Lonno Pounds a round of applause, man. Come on. Don't look at favorites, bro. My favorite is not even on this list. And this list is being compiled by me. It's not sad. My OG didn't do enough. But you got to do enough next year. And I know he's going to do enough next year. Because according to OK Swisher, he's dropping Price City 2. I don't know, man. I think OK Swisher might be cooking. I don't know, bro. But hopefully he drops Price City 2. And it will make sense because he's independent and, you know, but let's not disrespect Lonno Pounds. We're still speaking about Lonno Pounds. Yo, bro. I remember first time on Bita Kalibito. That's a
On the bottom, Paige. You were good. I'm waiting for you to be great. And next, Kendall. You didn't stick out to me. Next is Brooke. Next, Nia. You're third on the pyramid. You were third overall high score. And Mackenzie. And on top of the pyramid, going 3 for 3, once again, is Maddie.
Valo did the most. Check did the most. The whole album did the most. The whole album did the most, man. He broke records that AKA would make, you know? When you start doing AKA numbers, just know, bro, like, you are gone. You're gone, dog. Like, let's not even talk about you. You're gone. As soon as you just start doing Keenan numbers, hey, man. Hey, you know? So, man, Usmamane, I could say a lot about him, but, man, we already know how much of a great year he's had. I feel like the endorsements are still coming. Usazo Pati Sabantu, they're still coming. You know, maybe he has the Belay endorsement. We don't know. But yeah, as we said, he keeps posing with models. Urisusi has. But yeah, the endorsements are still coming. He just started. This was his first year. He's still going to do the most. Trust me. And yeah, man, I think people are not ready for Usmaman and Lonno Pounds. That is the future. That's the future Nasty C and Aries, clearly. And yeah, maybe Usmaman is not lyrically there. He doesn't have the punchline. He doesn't have the double entendres. He doesn't have the bars. Mamani doesn't have bars, no offense. But boy can make music. The guy can make music. The guy can make a very nice song. A song that you can jam to. A lot of people might be like, oh, but he sounds like SDC. Don't listen to that, guys. Don't listen to that. He'll find himself. That's what happens every time in the industry. Drake sounded like Weezy. J. Cole sounded like Nas. Kendrick sounded like Tupac. It happens. He'll find himself. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I think that's the list. If I had to give out honorable mentions, obviously I said Tato Soul. Who else did I put on? I think I'm gonna say Kane Kid or Kane Kid. I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah, Kane Kid, whatever, however you pronounce it. But yeah, he's also an honorable mention. Another honorable mention, J Jody. Honorable mention for real. Nash Beats too. I mean, you always coming out like an MC, bro. Producer coming out as an MC, bruh, for real.